Good evening, Forest Heights STEM Academy Eagles, family and friends. Welcome to our first and hopefully our last ever virtual athletic awards ceremony. On behalf of our administrative team led by the great Amy Cooper, the great Mrs. Barbara Kirkpatrick, and then just me, Nick Anderson, we would just like to say thank you and welcome to our awards ceremony. Obviously, this is not how we typically do things. We're used to having the banquet at the end of the year, but obviously due to the COVID situation, this is where we are. We're doing things virtually, and it's kind of happy, it's kind of sad because I'm going to miss seeing your smiling faces as you get your trophies, getting your awards, getting your certificates, your city championship banners. You all have earned those things and you all should be honored. And I'm also going to miss my favorite part is watching our parents pile up in our state-of-the-art auditorium and the cafeteria and looking through the pillars and trying to get that best photo. And those are the things that, that I just always remember. So parents, family, friends, grandmothers, whoever is there, uncle, whoever you're with today, please make your student athlete feel special and know that everything that they gave to our school, from their behavior to their performance in the class, to their performance on the court, to their performance on the field, that it was not done in vain. So do everything you can to make sure that those student athletes are honored and that they have a special, special place in their memories to kind of help them move forward, especially for our 8th grade babies who will be transitioning and going to high school. We're definitely going to miss you all. And these are the memories that you can't just get back. And for that, I hate that we have to do this way. But nonetheless, we take the good with the bad and we keep it moving. That's how we roll at Forest Heights STEM Academy. And I really wish I could take all the credit for coming up with this idea, but it wasn't just me. It was a team. And the first person who actually said something to me actually was a student. Our student body president, Kaden Lauren, came and she says, well, Mr. Anderson, I was on the 8th grade Zoom meeting and we were planning our 8th grade promotion ceremony. And she said, well, Mr. Anderson, aren't you the athletic director? I said, yes. I said, what's up, Kaden? Well, can we have an athletic award ceremony too? She's like, we love our trophies. We love getting our recognition. I said, okay, cool. Let's do it. Now, in my mind, I was thinking, how are we going to make all this fit into this calendar and this time frame, and how are we going to do it? But unbeknownst to me, our wonderful PTA was already working. Ms. LaToya Lamb, who also doubles as our attendance secretary, sent me a text message and says, hey, me and Ms. Katricia Bell, we're working to try to get this thing done. How can we do it? And we all got together. I contacted Ms. Yolanda Shelton. We got our athletic committee together, and everything that you're going to see tonight is their brainchild. And I just wanted to give kudos to those ladies, to all of our coaches for jumping right in, parents jumping right in, sending pictures, sending videos, and it all just came together. And everything that you're going to see tonight was put together by Ms. Katricia Bell. And I know she probably does not want me to say that because I know how she rolls. However, I need to let people know, if you have her number, send her a text message, inbox her on Facebook, Instagram, or however you do it. But just to give her credit, and to Kaden, a student coming up with these things. And that embodies what our school is about. Somebody comes up with the idea, students jump in, teachers jump in, parents jump in, admin jumps in, and it creates a unique environment that I think no other school can match. So I just wanted to share that story, and also at the same time give kudos, because I felt like it embodied everything that is Forest Heights STEM Academy. So without further ado, we're going to move on with our ceremony, but I just want to welcome everyone and thank you for tuning in, and have a good evening. Start off our athletic ceremony this evening by honoring our elementary babies first. We will start off with our elementary cheer team, which consisted of young ladies from 3rd through 5th grade. Our young ladies were led by Miss Kenya Brooks. They were coached by Miss Kenya Brooks and Miss LaToya Lamb. And if you knew or heard these young ladies, you knew that they were all business when it came to their cheering. And if you knew Miss Brooks and Miss Lamb, you knew that they were going to ensure that they were all business. We would be in the office after school and we would hear them. They would be extremely, extremely loud when they were cheering. And those young ladies, they had a great time. And Miss Brooks and Miss Lamb, we thank you for making sure that those young ladies not only performed on the court, but also ensured that they did what they were supposed to do in the classroom as well, by behaving well and making the type of grades that would make their parents proud. So to you all young ladies to all the young ladies who participated on our 3rd and 5th grade cheer team, we would like to thank you and honor you at this time. After Miss Brooks and Miss Lamb finished their part in honoring our elementary cheer team, we will then move to Coach Hamilton, and he's going to announce our elementary league team, this was new this year. Coach went down and he got our 2nd and 3rd grade babies involved and gave them an opportunity to play in. For that, Coach Hamilton, we can't thank you enough. That is such an amazing task on your behalf to go down there to get these young men and young ladies who both played on our 2nd and 3rd grade team. We had young men and young ladies, and to get them involved in a game so early, especially a team game that teaches them about camaraderie, teaches them about discipline and how to interact and work with others. Those are skills that they can use on and off the court. So for you giving your time to do that, I definitely appreciate you. And after Mr. Hamilton Coach Hamilton introduces our 2nd and 3rd grade team, he's then going to also introduce our 4th and 5th grade team, who was coached by him as well as Coach Mooney. And that 4th and 5th grade team, as well as our 2nd and 3rd grade team, they both finished runner-ups. And of course, we love first place, but those guys, they gave great effort. The coaches gave great effort, and that's all that you can ask for. And as we come up next year, we're looking to take this whole thing to get first place. So you will see those young ladies being honored first, and then you will see our young men and young ladies with the 2nd, 3rd grade team, as well as our 4th and 5th grade basketball team coming up. Thank you.
Hi, Forest Heights family. This is Coach Brooks. And this year I had the pleasure of again coaching the elementary cheer squad along with Coach Lamb. And we are very saddened by the fact that coronavirus, COVID-19 is going around, and so we're not able to see our girls on a day-to-day basis until the end of the school year. But we definitely wanted to participate and make sure that our girls were recognized at the sports banquet. So I am going to announce our 3 awards that I give every year. And so our first award is going to be our Leadership Award. That award goes to someone who has shown great leadership throughout the whole time. That goes back to summer clinic, summer practices, all through the school year. Those that have taken the lead in helping each other, showing each other the cheers, making sure we're all doing the same thing. And so for our Leadership Award this year, it is going to go to Sanaya Hunter. Good job, Sanaya. Then our second award that we have is our Spirit Award. So that award is going to go to someone that has shown the most spirit. That includes, voice, talking loud, being expressive when we're cheering. And that one was really, really hard for me to choose. But we are going to give the most spirit to Brianna Lewis. Good job, Bree. And then our third and final Spirit Award this year, our award is going to be for the best facials. And you know, Miss Brooks was always talking about face, face. Make sure you show it in your face. And you guys rocked that out. You worked so hard to perfect that and make sure you always giving it to the audience. And this year, our person with the best facials is going to go to Jada Patrick. Good job, Jada. Overall, I'm so proud of my 2019-2020 squad. You girls were amazing. Thank you so much for all of your hard work, and that showed through the season with how well you did your cheers, how well you learned new cheers, and your halftime performance. It was always on point. I have never seen elementary girls fly the way you guys did, and we were always receiving compliments about your performance. So thank you so much to the girls and to the parents for your dedication and hard work. If I don't see you again before next year, have a great summer. I love and miss you all.
To all of my Eagles out there, this is Coach Hamilton, and today I need to do some awards for 2nd and 3rd grade. So let's get to it. My first award is going to be my Toughness Award, and that's going to go to 2 players this year. One is going to be Trey Claiborne. The second player is going to be Aspen Tollerson. Trey, you did a wonderful job fighting through injuries and playing hard for us. Aspen, your determination and your grit, diving for loose balls was second to none. My next award is going to be my defensive MVP. That's going to go to Cruz Evans. Cruz did a wonderful job this year, applying pressure on the other team's guards, getting steals for us, and he even made his layups and hit some jump shots. My offensive MVP is going to go to Hogan Cobbs. Hogan did a great job bringing the ball up the court. He scored for us as well, and he also did a great job playing defense. My overall MVP is going to be Porter Phillips. Porter did a wonderful job this year, accepting the leadership role on our team, bringing the ball up the court, distributing it out to the other players. He also hit his layups, and he also hit jump shots for us. Great job, Porter. Congratulations. Thank you to all of my parents. Thank you for your support. Your enthusiasm was just fantastic. Thank you to the teachers for your support as well. All works together. I want to give a special shout out to my girls, Mackenzie, Kalani, McKinley Stroud, Jamaria. Thank you so much. Your enthusiasm and love for the game and wanting to be there was contagious. To Jace, Caleb, Jesus, Harvey, Christopher, Matthew, thank you so much. Coach really misses you guys. We had a wonderful season, even though we didn't get a chance to finish like we wanted. But thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care. Go Eagles. To all of my Eagles out there, this is Coach Hamilton today, and I want to do 4th and 5th grade awards. Before I get started on my awards, I want to give a special thank you to all of the parents for allowing the players to participate on our team this year. We've had a tremendous run in elementary basketball, back-to-back finals. Even though we didn't win the championship, it's a tremendous honor to even make it to that point. Thank you to the GM. The reason why I call you the GM is because you help everybody and you do everything. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. My first award that I want to give out is going to go my defensive MVP. That's going to go to Evan Hill and Kason Nelson. You guys set the tone for us this year on defense. You did a wonderful job creating steals and turnovers. Great job. Congratulations. My offensive MVP is going to be Kingston Cabanis. You led us in three-point shooting, shooting the ball from deep, scoring for us. Great job, Kingston. My overall MVP is going to be Ashton Shelton. Ashton, you know how I feel about you because I've already told you several times. Your run in elementary basketball for the last 3 years has been second to none, starting as a third grader. Continue to do what you've been doing, man, and the sky's the limit for you. Whatever I needed you to do, if I needed you to go inside, you went inside. If I needed you to bring it up, you would bring it up. If I needed you to run the sets, you would run the sets. So coach is going to miss you, and you already know that because we've talked several times. I want to give a special shout out to some of my other players. Thank you to Braden Harris. Your play in the tournament took it to another level. Congratulations on that. Thank you, Jackson Walker, coming over and being a part of this run with us. You brought a tremendous amount to our team. Thank you so much for coming over. To James Thrower, thank you so much for playing on the team. I know it was your first time playing, but you did a wonderful job. Your toughness and tenacity, you brought a lot to our team. Thank you so much. To Aubrey Snyder, thank you, Aubrey. I know it took you a minute to get used to it, but you did a wonderful job, and it was a joy to coach you. To my fourth graders, William, Jace, Frank, Julius, and Darion, you guys know the foundation has been laid. You put in some hard work and dedication, and now you know what it takes to get to the next level. So I'm looking forward. Hopefully you're working on your game. If not, get to work, and Coach will see you soon. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to the greatest cheerleaders around. Thank you, Coach Brooks. Thank you, Coach Lamb, for doing a wonderful job. Our cheerleaders were second to none. You guys looked great, and you did a wonderful job. Thank you very much. Go Eagles.
We're now going to move on to our middle school athletes, and we're going to start off with sixth grade football, our sixth and goal football team, and they were led by Coach Warren Robinson, and he actually kind of became a head coach. You know, what started off as a volunteer role ended up being a full-time job for him, not in a sense, but I can't thank you enough for what you did and how comforting it was to us as a staff to know that our babies will be in good care, because we knew it was somebody who we knew, and I could put a face to and actually know that person if a parent contacted me about it. So I can't thank you enough. It was never a time that when I would go down after school to check and make sure our sixth grade football team were where they were supposed to be, that Coach Robinson wasn't already in there giving them the countdown, hey, you need to be dressed and out and ready to go. And if you got a chance to see our sixth and goal football team, you know we didn't have the biggest group, but they had some very, very big hearts, and they competed. We ended up making the playoffs, and you know they ended up having a great, great year. So to you young men, appreciate you. Coach Robinson, we definitely appreciate you as well. Next, you will have our sixth grade girls basketball team, who were led by Coach Stroud as well as Coach Bishop. Now this games, they played on Saturday at Mapleville a lot of times, and those games would get really, really heated. And our principal, her daughter competed and played with the sixth grade girls team, and a lot of times, you know, I have to tell her, hey, calm down, you know, and she probably should have gotten kicked out a couple of games if we're honest, but those young ladies, they really, really competed hard. You all were a pleasure to watch, and Coach Bishop and Coach Stroud, we can't thank you enough for giving up your Saturdays and coaching those young ladies and helping build them up. Our sixth grade boys team and our sixth and hoop boys league were actually coached by Coach Randall and Coach Cunningham, Vance Cunningham, and same sort of situation. They kind of became the head coaches, and we can't thank you all enough for what you did. This group went on to win the sixth and hoop championship, and Coach Randall kind of hopped in to help. Coach Cunningham was there, and those young men, they competed hard, and a lot of those young men, I ride them in the hallways and mess with them a little bit because they got some that really think they can hoop, but I ride them a lot, but they got it done, and so I have to give credit where credit is due. So congratulations to you young men. And then after that, we will actually have our middle school cheer and drill team that will be honored. Again, Coach Latoya Lamb and Coach Brooks worked with those young ladies to get them started throughout the year. And then after that, Coach Cooper, our principal, Coach Kirkpatrick, our assistant principal, they jumped in to help these young ladies as well to get them to where they needed to be. So you will see those young ladies be honored as well. And those young ladies, they had a lot of spirit, and they were truly a loud, and let me see how I can put this, a real vibrant group, I guess you could say. They were passionate about what they did, and we thank you. You said a lot of cheers that I have to hear in this house because my daughter tries to recite them all. So you all did a wonderful job in representing our school. After that, we will have middle school volleyball, who was coached by Coach Johnson, Coach Mario Timms, and Coach Pat Riley, who has the best coaching name in the world, by the way. But this group right here, I can't say enough about our volleyball team. We're back-to-back city champions. They get after it. They were very serious. Our fans come in droves, and they're very serious. And I just can't thank Coach Trinice Johnson, Coach Mario Timms enough to be able to go in there and have back-to-back championships for our school. That really says a lot. To Coach Pat Riley, he volunteers his service. He's been doing this forever, since it was just a Forest Heights middle school before it even became a STEM school. He's been working with our young athletes, and Coach Riley, I tell you all the time when I see you, man, I can't thank you enough for lending your time and services to our school, and you're very appreciated. After that, we will have middle school football by Coach Brandon Randall and Coach Tim Scarborough. We thank you all for doing what you do with our young men. We may not have the biggest guys, we may not have the most numbers, but this was actually one of the larger teams we had this year. And we weren't just any pushovers this year. It used to be where maybe you were playing Forest Heights and football on the schedule and it was going to be a pushover game. Well, they knew this year they had to come with it. We competed hard, and our guys, they weren't the biggest, but again, like I said about the other groups, they had a lot of heart, and we definitely appreciate you all. After that, then we will have our middle school girls basketball team, our 7th and 8th grade young ladies, who were led by Coach Stroud and Coach Bishop as well. Those young ladies, they got after it. They played hard. Coach Stroud coaches them hard. Coach Bishop coaches them hard. They expect a lot. They're both former players themselves, and you can see the passion that they're coaching with. You can see the passion, translate to our young ladies. And even if we didn't win the ball game, there was never a time that our young ladies weren't out there competing. They gave it everything they had, and for that we say thank you to our coaches. We appreciate you. You could definitely see growth within our young ladies program. So thank you a lot. And then we will have our middle school boys basketball team, who were led by Coach Brandon Randall, and Miss Heather Bishop was his assistant. This group of young men, they competed extremely hard as well. They made it all the way to the championship game, and if you got a chance to see that championship game, you knew those guys, they gave everything they had. They fought hard. They wanted to win that thing for Coach Randall really bad and for themselves. And it almost kind of makes me sad that, we couldn't bring that championship home back to Forest Heights STEM Academy, but they gave everything that they had when they were competing, and you can't, thank them enough for their efforts. So young men, you all, like I told you, had nothing to hang your heads about. You competed from the start to the end, and that's all we can ask. Next, we'll have our middle school track and field, who were led by Coach Randall and Coach Scarborough again. They got one track meet, and we have some of that data that we tried to put together in our athletic event for this evening. And I hate that you only could compete in one event, because I think we really had something special with our boys and girls track team, and I think we could have probably been right there for the city championship. But obviously, due to COVID, we didn't get that opportunity. But you young ladies and young men who will be coming back, come back ready to compete. And you young ladies and young men going to high school, you go out there ready to compete. And then last but not least, we're going to celebrate our middle school soccer team, who was led by Coach Fundren. And I know that Coach was very, very bummed about the soccer season ending. Our young ladies and young men were out there competing. Got a chance to go to one of our 2 games, and the game I went to, we were getting goals left and right. So it was fun to watch, see those young ladies and young men compete. And again, just like with the track, I hate that COVID stopped us from going all the way through with it, but you all competed your tails off, and hopefully, next year you'll get an opportunity to go back at it at your high schools. And then for the students that's returning to Forest Heights, just pick up where we left off. I know Coach Fundren will have you ready, and Coach, it's okay. It's not your fault. The season ended, but he really, really wanted to coach you all, and I really appreciate him. So all of my coaches, thank you for everything that you do or have done for our school, especially our volunteer coaches, because that takes a lot of your time and you're not getting paid for it. So I can't thank you enough.
Sixth grade football team was coached by Coach Robinson, Coach Cunningham, Coach Eric, and Coach Malone. This team had a really good turnaround in their season. They started off the beginning of the season at the bottom, and they worked their way all the way up to second place in their division for the season. So congratulations to those guys for all the hard work they put in. For Offensive Player of the Year, Vance Cunningham III. Defensive Player of the Year, Timothy Alford. For the Leadership Award, Warren Robinson Jr. For Most Improved, Jamari Lovelace. And for the Big Play King, Javion Woods. Congratulations to those guys. We're looking forward to 2 more years with you guys of hard work on the football field.
Hi everyone, this is Coach Bishop. And Coach Stroud and I would like to recognize the 6th grade girls basketball team at Forest Heights this year. The team members include Kristen Cooper, Amaya Goolsby, Crystal Morgan, Kamaya Pittman, Ashani Pockerell, Micah Santiago, Elise Williams, and Zoe Webb. The awards for this year include the Offensive Player of the Year is Zoe Webb, the Defensive Player of the Year is Kristen Cooper, the Most Improved Player is Kamaya Pittman, and the Most Valuable Player for the 6th grade girls basketball team is Elise Williams. We want to congratulate these girls for being the league runner-up, and we look forward to see all the wonderful things that they're going to do in the next few years as they play basketball.
now for sixth grade basketball. The sixth grade basketball team was coached by myself as well as Coach Cunningham. The team had a really good season. They ended as the Little Rock School District champions. So congratulations to those guys for all the hard work they put in. And the awards for this team is as follows. For Best Defensive Player, Vince Cunningham. For Best Offensive Players, Kobe Bell and Katie Hicks. And for MVP of the team, Aiden Hansberry. Congratulations, guys. We're looking forward to a great next 2 years with you guys, and we expect to bring in a couple more championships.
As Coach Stroud and I continue to honor the girls' basketball teams at Forest Heights, we would like to recognize the girls that played on the 7th grade basketball team. They were as follows: Miriam Allaby, Allison Beelan, Allison Burgess, Sydney Floyd, Shaylin Hairston, Esther Kenyole, Chioma Onachukwu. The awards for the 7th grade basketball team are as follows. The Offensive Player of the Year was Shaylin Hairston. The Defensive Player of the Year was Esther Kenyole. The Most Improved was Chioma Onachukwu. And the Most Valuable Player for the 7th grade girls was Allison Burgess. The team members for the 8th grade girls were Precious Alda Sophie, Dion Allen, Brianna Beasley, Soraya Claiborne, Aaliyah Evans, Dayanara Ishii, Kyla Jones, Camilla Parker, Ayana Stroud, and Kennedy Wright. The awards for the 8th grade girls basketball team were the Offensive Player of the Year was Ayana Stroud, the Defensive Player of the Year was Dion Allen, the Most Improved was Dayanara Ishii, and the Most Valuable Player for the 8th grade girls was Camilla Parker. We thoroughly enjoyed coaching, and we look forward to see what they do in the next few years as they play basketball.
Seventh and eighth grade basketball, both teams had really had good seasons and showed a lot of improvement. Our 7th grade team, we battled through some games, had some close ones, And then our 8th grade team, we fought all the way to the championship game, and we're the runner-up, Little Rock School District runner-up for this school year. So congratulations to those guys. For 7th grade, the awards are as follows. For Defensive Player of the Year, for 7th grade, Caleb Dean. For Offensive Player of the Year, Cooper Mills. And the MVP of that team is Logan White. For 8th grade, for Defensive Player of the Year, Mark Kamunga. Offensive Player of the Year, Alex Smith. And the MVP of that team was Drake Marbley. Congratulations to all those guys. Congratulations to those teams. And continue on with all the hard work.
Hi, I'm Coach Fondren, and I coach the 7th and 8th grade middle school soccer team. I just want to say we had a great year, all 2 games of it. I'm sad that we didn't get to finish our season. I feel like we had a lot of potential, especially for my 8th graders who put in so much work over the last 2 years, and I'm really going to miss them. 7th graders, we've got a lot of work to do next season, and I think we're going to be really ready to go going forward. My awards, I will do 3 awards. First, my defensive award. I cannot choose just one, so I will have 2 defensive co-MVPs. These 2 girls have been with me for the last 2 years. They're the most hardworking, strong defensive players I've seen in a long time. So my first defensive co-MVP will go to Dion Allen. My second defensive co-MVP is to Izzy Hamilton. Congratulations, girls. For my offensive MVP, I kind of look back over the last couple of years, and this player would always come through, was aggressive, never doubted himself, just seemed to always be in the right place at the right time to put a goal in. And so this year's offensive MVP is Duran Abston. Congratulations, Duran. So for my last award, it's my overall MVP. And this player has been by my side as a player coach for really the last 2 years, always willing to give suggestions, has thoughts on what it should look like on the field, and is always willing to lead the team in whatever way possible. And so I'm really, really going to miss this player next year. My overall MVP goes to Hayden Kirby. Congratulations, Hayden. Thanks for all that you did this year. Great job. I just want to thank my parents this year. Y'all have been very supportive, ready to bring snack to practice or games, always reaching out to see if I need anything. And I'm very, very thankful for the group of parents that I had this year. I want to thank the admin and other teachers who came out to support us during our games, and just it's very appreciated all the time. So thank you.
What's up, guys? It's Daniel Gafford of the Chicago Bulls. Congratulations to the student athletics of Forest Heights STEM Academy. Keep up the good work. Keep grinding. Keep doing the thing. Gafford out.
On behalf of the Forest Heights STEM Academy Eagles Athletic Department, we would like to say thank you for tuning in and joining with us this evening on this virtual athletic award ceremony. We cannot thank you enough. We hope that something was said or done that uplifted you as a parent, uplifted you as a student, and uplifted you as a coach. Sincerely, I thank you because this takes a community and it takes everybody volunteering their time and volunteering their services. So I really, really do, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you. To my student athletes out there, this is the time right now. You get with your parents, you get with their loved one, and you give them a hug, and you tell them thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for coming to my ball games. That means a lot. At Forest Heights STEM Academy, it's always filled with parents at our games, and that means a lot to us as administrators. That should mean a lot to you, student athletes, as sons or daughters, that your parents take that time to do that for you. So at this time, make sure you give them a hug, give them a kiss, don't be too cool, and you just thank them. And from me to our parents, I thank you, all the ones who volunteered, working in the concession stands, working the doors, washing uniforms, sending these pictures for these events and videos to make this event happen. I just sincerely thank you. And once again, thank you to our athletic department, our athletic coaches, administration, and to all our Forest Heights STEM Academy family and friends. We thank you and have a great evening.